the show. Turn it up loud, let the whole world know. Straight out of Ruston, repping on the flow. Dallas Cowboys on my chest, let the star glow. Bugs got the podcast, speakers on blast. Talking about the game, every moment gon' last. Snaps in the back, bass hitting low. Crowd in the stands, watch the energy grow. Cowboys Nation, ride or die crew. If you doubt the star, we coming for you. Told you so. Yeah, I told you so. When them Cowboys win, everybody know. I told you so. I told you so. From Ruston to Dallas, let the fire blow.
Ha, 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 ha. You know, all I can tell y'all is welcome home. I've been telling y'all to trust the process. You know, when you put Novocaine on, Novocaine don't work at the snap of your fingers. You got to let it rub in. You got to take your time. In about 5, 10, maybe even 15 minutes, if it's powerful enough, the Novocaine gonna kick in. So I'm gonna introduce you to the Novocaine Cowboys. If you don't know, you will know. Welcome home, Von Miller. Welcome home, Cowboy Nation. Oh yes, I had a great time on yesterday at the Cowboy practice, observing what the Cowboys gonna be putting on the field. Now, on the breakdown, I just want to tell y'all what I've been telling y'all for the last 6 months. It's not Caleb Downs. It's not Overshawn. It's not even the newly acquired Von Miller. You should keep your eye on. Please keep your eye on second-year cornerback Siobhan Revels. I kept telling y'all, all the man needed was some reps in practice. He has been injured the last 2 off seasons, coming off of a torn ACL. But nobody wanted to listen to me about Siobhan Revels. Yeah, he's currently backing up Kobe Durant and also Deron Bland. But he may be the key to the success of the defense that Christian Park is trying to run. Now, when we break it on down, you got to look at, we want a Deion Sanders at cornerback. Never happened. Maybe we'll take a Richard Sherman at cornerback. The man's retired. But what we do have is a plethora of defensive backs in Christian Parker's system, and we're going to focus on Siobhan Revels to keep an eye on, because people doubted him. You counted him out. You guys wanted to blame everything on Diggs. We couldn't blame everything on Diggs. You know, we wanted to blame Bland last year. We even call ourselves trying to blame Caleb Carson, another man that all he needed is some off-season reps to get ready for the regular season. Well, Cowboy Nation, the roster moves have been made. We have Deron Bland. We have Caleb Carson. We have Siobhan Revels. We even have Malik Hooker, Kobe Durant, PJ Locke. We even have that man, Mr. Caleb Downs. So the Cowboys' defensive backfield has been totally revamped. Not to mention Jalen Thompson, who we signed as well. Guys, I'm going to tell you, watching the Cowboys practice on hand, eyeball to eyeball, is what every fan of their favorite team should do. You get a different perspective at what people say in the media, at what you see on the field. I tell you this, what I saw yesterday, I saw a CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens standing off to themselves. I'm talking about on one side of the field by themselves, not alienating themselves. with getting their game plan together because they wide receiver 1A and wide receiver 1B. I saw teammates working with each other yesterday on their craft. It wasn't nobody doing solo X. It wasn't nobody just looking for the camera to just be on them, other than Jerry Jones, of course. But I saw Cowboy players unified on the field in practice. Practice? Practice? You got to start somewhere with unification. That's where the process begins. That's why I keep saying you have to trust the process. Now, observing a Caleb Durant in defense, observing my quarterback, Dak Prescott, how he orchestrated all in practice, but practice makes perfect. Am I correct, Randy Wright? But I'm looking at these guys because I look at them in a different perspective. Yes, I got to holler at Terrence Steele on the sideline. I know he still couldn't hear him because Steele is the only player that I really don't like as a Cowboy. Because Steele doesn't understand the value in protecting the $60 million man. But ladies and gentlemen, lo and behold, my eyes have seen much, much more on yesterday. I saw a defense laughing together, coming together, that's going to ball out together. Oh, Overshawn is a monster, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, when you talk about that man in that alley, dark alley, you want to go into a fight, hey, Overshawn going to be that man in that alley. That's one huge individual. And Overshawn is coming to ball out because Overshawn is on a contract year. And the good thing about it is Dave McGlady, whatever the man's name is, I don't mean to trash it. But Dave, you know, that's his agent. But Overshawn got a different aspect. I told y'all on my post, it's a different buzz in the air. Everything ain't focused on Jerry Jones no more. It's actually focused on that star, the Dallas Cowboys star. And as my shirt say, that's a fact. Now, the thing about the Cowboys, oh, it's preseason, oh, it's preseason, oh, it's preseason, oh, it's practice. Well, that's where you cross your T's and you dot your I's in preseason. That's where you find out who's going to be there in the trenches in practice. But you got to understand, no matter how we do in practice, how we perform on the field, we have to remain consistent. And the thing about it is being consistent on every snap, not just on first down, not just on second down, or third downs when we got to bow our necks, as we call it on the football field. Bend but don't break, as anybody that know football understand what I'm saying. We got to be able to trust that we can do that on a consistent basis. Because people are right now talking, Raymond. It's been 30 years since the Cowboys did that. In the time it took you to remember what the media told you, in the time it took you to understand how long it took the Cowboys to get back into Super Bowl contention, what has your team been doing? Has it added up to 5 Super Bowls yet? If not, please close your mouth. This is realism that I'm talking, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you, it's a different buzz in the air. Now, here's something that piques everybody's interest. Health concerns. If we don't make it out of preseason healthy, what the hell are we looking forward to the regular season for? People said, oh, why Dak ain't taking no snaps? You know what? I'm going to be my own pot calling the kettle black. I was one of the main people saying Dak Prescott needs to get some preseason snaps to get the blood flowing. We just can't turn on in the light and turn it off when we think we're ready. I don't think that's so true, ladies and gentlemen. I do trust the fact of making it to the regular season healthy over limping into the regular season injured. It's a few Cowboys that I saw yesterday on the sideline that were hampered by injuries that may be slowed upon the arrival of the season. That's possible due to getting cut. But what I did see was Cowboys taking their health into full consideration. Nobody's trying to make the team by knocking out one of the teammates. Nobody's trying to injure themselves by trying to make a play that's unbelievable in practice. It comes if you play the game, it happens in the game. So health concerns are our main focus to starting the season. How can we talk about making the playoffs if we hurt in week 1? How can we even forecast the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl if we don't have a healthy opening day 1? No. I stand strong on no starters getting preseason snaps. That's why they're veterans. They're veterans because by now they have learned to get it in game gear already. Because, we cleared our locker room out of certain turmoil. No, I'm not talking about Parsons. It's just the aura of the locker room is now a team unified aura. If you listen to any interview of any Cowboy player, one thing stands the same. The Cowboys are definitely sounding alike. Even if you ask a defensive player, even if you ask an offensive player, they have the same conversation. No, they're not tipping the hats. No, the Jerry never let nothing out the bag about who we're acquiring. I don't think we're done yet. I really don't think we're done yet. You guys want to know about the kid out of Santa Aquinas High School, which would be Michael Irvin's high school? He transferred there. Where did he come from? Mr. Cam Brown came from Washita Parish, ladies and gentlemen. The same parish of one Cavante Turpin. Mr. Brown, who we think possibly will make the Cowboys roster. He hails from Washita Junior High School in Louisiana via St. Thomas Aquinas to Georgia Southern, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be a surprise roster move. How can we get him on the squad? How can we get Trigg on the squad, who's hampered by a slight injury? I keep telling y'all I paid attention yesterday. So the guys that are hampered by small injuries, they're going to have to fight through it. But Mr. Cam Brown, he has busted out, shall I say, in the preseason. Who is this wide receiver? Could he be wide receiver number 4? Could Mingo be wide receiver number 4? Because as you've seen in preseason, Mingo has showed up too. So the Cowboy as an organization, especially when we point the finger at offense, we got some roster moves to make. Now, the thing about it is, Dak Prescott is sitting back, licking his chops, looking at the menu, and want to ask everybody, what's for dinner? Why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, Dak Prescott gonna be cooking. Ooh-wee. Dak Prescott about to be cooking. Cavante Turpin over here, wide receiver 1. Not what Cavante, but but Pickens over there at wide receiver one. Then you got CD right here in the slot at wide receiver one. I did say that 2 times because we got 2 number 1 receivers. Then you bring in Flurry at wide receiver 3. You got Jake Ferguson as we can put him in the seam at tight end. Then we got a back that can catch the ball out the backfield. So y'all might as well get ready for the Cowboys to open up a can of ass whooping on a whole lot of people. Our offense is just that potent. Now, when we look at receiver, ladies and gentlemen, we go 4 or 5 deep. So if we're missing one of our number 1 wide receivers, all we do is fill and plug and let that wide receiver step up. Because we deep at wide receiver. Not to mention Camden Brown, CD Lamb, Pickens, Turpin, Flurry, Johnson. We deep at wide receiver. Very deep at wide receiver. So in other words, Dak has a buffet. So he's wondering what's for dinner. Who's going to get cooked today? Whose ass is going to get put on that fire? And we'll be right back after this commercial break, and shout out to my sponsors. As of course, we're going to talk about some smoke signals that you guys will believe in, but it ain't yet to happen. But I'll be back with you in about 35 to 45 seconds, maybe even a minute. But if you're on YouTube, check out the commercials because that's where you can see all the action take place. Be right back with you.
Done. Struggling to get leads? You're not alone. The old system is broken. We fix it with one asset. Our engine turns it into a complete marketing machine. Powered by AI, it drives leads, books appointments, and grows revenue. Your business, your story, powered by AI. Let's build your marketing machine. We take the show on the road. Live, record, stream, everywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're looking for top-notch protection, security detail, or even executive ride to your destinations to and from Washington to San Francisco, from Chicago to Miami, from New Orleans to Houston, all the way up to Dallas. Protection at the finest. Call Derrick Cheney to protect you, to upgrade your personal detail. Hey, and when you call Derrick, make sure you tell Derrick that Derrick sent you. Hey, it's football season. You need to upgrade your customized detail clothing? Give Shell Williams a call at Custom Pleasures today. Hey, I can personally say my That's a Fact shirt, they're made by Shell Williams herself with Custom Pleasures. Not only can she do t-shirts, sweaters, party fans, party favors, for class reunions, family reunions, special events. Give Shell a call today. Maybe you can ask her, hey, what about the discount, Shell? She even have holiday specials that's going on. Hey, you need your apparel updated and customized? Call Shell Williams at Custom Pleasures today. And hey, don't forget the magic phrase, don't tell Shell that Derrick sent you. Sciatica pain, my neck, my back, my knees, my ankles, getting old, feeling tight. Body just don't feel like it used to. Need your body aligned? Give Alpha Performance and Wellness a call. Actually speak to Jalen. Mr. Ferguson is a mobile chiropractor from state to state, parish to parish. He's Gremlin fam. Alpha Phi Alpha Incorporated. Hey, he's out to reach and help everyone get their body back in shape to get you back aligned. Give Jalen a call, and don't forget to tell Jalen that Derrick sent you. Stuck on a fence, don't know whether you want to keep paying high apartment rents. Going back and forth with your landlord, One person sitting by the phone right now waiting on your call, and that's Jeremy Brooks. Give Jeremy a call today to get you in your home tomorrow. And by the way, don't forget to tell Jeremy that Derrick sent you. Smoke signals. I ain't talking about that smoke that we be doing in America. I'm talking about the smoke that Jerry been blowing up y'all ass. Excuse the French, the Spanish, and the Philippines that I was speaking. Yeah, Jerry was blowing a whole lot of smoke. Had y'all thinking that Jerry was literally going to give up a first-round draft pick for Max Crosby. Let me give you the smoke signals that you guys should have been aware of. We just picked up Rashad Garrett. We just drafted Donovan Ezraku. We drafted Malachi Lawrence. We brought along Von Miller. 4 reasons to give y'all and show y'all that Jerry was just blowing smoke. That's not the pick that Jerry was going to aim at. But it's all something to keep you on the edge of your seats. Notice he's been very quiet. You guys keep wondering, what did Jerry talk about? He's going to give up a first round pick. No, that's just the information to get the pot stirred, to get you thinking that he would do something. The move's already been made. What we have as a Cowboy organization right now, much different than we had to make the changes in late October of last year. In other words, the changes have already been made. But my thing is, who's next? Who's going to get the walking papers? If it's my vote, Terrence Steele. Why do I keep hammering Terrence Steele? Because we paid you all of this money, and you keep blowing up my quarterback. Next on the list, Maris Leofau. They keep drafting defensive ends. Special teams are just not going to keep you there. Another man we're probably going to get is the kid that plays safety out of FAMU. We just got a lot of safeties. So I don't see him hanging around too soon. Schoonover, simply because we paid Trigg that amount of undrafted free agent money. Schoonover, your days are numbered. May be out of here. But that may be the surprises, other than the normal no-name people that's going to fall off as we make our roster cuts to 53. But the thing about it is, what we have on the field right now as a unit, they're meshing together. They're becoming unified. One reason they brought in Von Miller is to teach player-to-player compassion. In other words, don't focus on yourself. People keep wondering why we got rid of Jadeveon Clowney. Clowney was a person that was standing way over there by himself. In other words, he wasn't a complete team player. And being what Shadi was trying to establish here as a culture was becoming unified. One team, one sound. That's why I say, if you interview anybody, repeat that one more time. If you interview anybody, they all sound like Dakota Prescott. Just listen to them. You can't give them to bend over the line. You can't give them to stretch out and, no, we're going to stay right here. Every player that has been interviewed by the Cowboys, by the media, over the last 3 months, they all sound like Rain Dakota Prescott. One team, one sound. Speaking of Prescott, I'm just going to go ahead and put my dollars on the line right now. Dak Prescott is going to be in the running for MVP. You heard it from me. I'm the man you love to doubt. Get it from me. Dak Prescott will be in the running for NFL's MVP. Was that clear enough for y'all to understand? It's my quarterback. No matter who y'all try to compare Dak Prescott to, think about this. Why do you hate Dak Prescott so much? If Dak Prescott was on the New Orleans Saints, do you think the Who Dat Nation would love Prescott? Yeah. Well, who they got right now, they can't even name him. Do you think the Atlanta Falcons would be happy with Dak Prescott right now? Yes, because they are tossed up between two left-handed quarterbacks, both of them injury prone. Would you think the Pittsburgh Steelers would be happy with a Dak Prescott right now? Yeah, because they're blitzing into a bargain-ass Aaron Rodgers. More you heard it from the point of my story. I'm the man you love to doubt. Yeah, they love to doubt. Dak Prescott will be in the running for NFL's MVP. And the thing about it is, was that clear enough for y'all to understand? Understand what Dak is doing. Quarterback. You got no matter who y'all try to compare Dak Prescott to, think about this. A veteran with leadership that has everybody on one accord, Cool Dave. They not trying to, nobody's going to party. Everybody's staying home now. You can't find no flaws in the Cowboy organization right now to suppress to the media to get them to change the story. One team, one sound, which is going to lead Rain Dakota Prescott to hold up the MVP trophy. Now, after we come back from this commercial break, and another shout out to my sponsors, we're going to talk a little bit about the Cowboys, answer you guys' questions about your team. Be right back in about 45, maybe even a minute or so. Come back right with you.
Take your Flyers to another level. Call Coach Blue today. Done. Struggling to get leads? You're not alone. The old system is broken. We fix it with one asset. Our engine turns it into a complete marketing machine. Powered by AI, it drives leads, books appointments, and grows revenue. Your business, your story, powered by AI. Let's build your marketing machine.
Hey, I told you a while ago, you're getting tired of paying that high-ass rent. You're getting tired of signing leases to a landlord that don't give a damn if your AC working or anything like that, fixing the plumbing, fixing the windows. Get out of that rat race. Give Jeremy Brooks a call today to get you in your own home. Jeremy can introduce you to rates that you didn't even know about, help you save money and be in a home in closing time less than 10 days. So, hey, in the meantime, once this get over with, give Jeremy Brooks a call so you can get started on getting in your home tomorrow. And don't forget to tell Jeremy that Derrick sent you. Can't sleep at night, migraines, your feet hurting, your body just don't feel like it used to. Tell you what, you need your body realigned. Do me a favor, give Jalen Ferguson a call today. They're at Alpha Performance and Wellness. He can definitely get your body back in line. He's state to state, parish to parish, and county to county. And don't forget to tell Jalen that Derrick sent you. In need of top flight security, from Monroe to Ruston, Shreveport to Dallas, Houston to San Antonio, Chicago to LA, give Derrick Cheney a call. Derrick specializes in celebrity protection, But hey, he takes his time out to protect even people like you, because to him, you are the celebrity. So give Derrick a call today to upgrade your security detail. And don't forget to tell Cheney that Derrick sent you. Party favors. You need your clothing customized. You may need a t-shirt made for the upcoming No Limit Cash Money concert. Hey, give you a little loophole. Call Shell Williams today over at Custom Pleasures to get your customized gear designed especially for you. No matter what the quantity of the size, the quality will definitely be there. Give Shell Williams a call today at Custom Pleasures and tell Shell that Derrick sent you. I'm going to tell you something, Mr. Deal. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, because y'all getting it from the realest that know it. Y'all nobody that's on TV that got a prompted schedule. Because I'm going to tell you something. I told y'all last year, that's why it's called I Told You So. Hold on, because you know I'm getting serious. I take off my glasses. I told y'all last year about the controversy in Cleveland. Nobody wanted to listen to me. You went out and spent your money on the number 12 jersey, which he changed his jersey number to number 2. Did you hear what I said? I told y'all this last year. There will be a quarterback controversy this year. And what do they got going on in Cleveland right now? Huh? I know y'all wanted Shador. Why? I still don't have no idea. I told you $230 million guaranteed means Shador Sanders will sit his ass on that bench until I get tired. Imagine this. Pneumonia. You shitting and can't stop, and y'all on the field. They not taking Watson out the game. You getting your ass in the game, and we getting our money's worth out you, even if we got to squeeze the blood out your toenails. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. The truth is to be told. Shador Sanders will be a project. I know you say, oh, he'll be in by the 3rd game of the season. No. Oh, he might be in by the 6th game of the season. No. One reason why is Deshaun Watson is auditioning for his next squad. Ask any former NFL player. If you're up for contract for the next season, you're finna do your damnedest, give your all, put your nuts on the line. This year, Deshaun Watson been saving the best for last as he exited Cleveland. Where will he land? There's a possibility that Deshaun could land in Carolina if Mr. Young don't hold up. There's a possibility that Mr. Watson could even land with his former coach there in Atlanta. It's a great possibility that even finally, after 5 years, the Saints will have a chance to pick up a Deshaun Watson. And all the teams I named also put Shador Sanders in that bubble, because I think it's a problem with ownership when it boils down to Shador Sanders. It ain't the coach. It's ownership. Ownership is sticking it to Deion still the best way he can because of comments that he made in 2018. If my son was up to get drafted, I'd tell him don't go to Cleveland. He made that comment. Now eating that crow pie is what he's forcing Shador to do. Even though Shador made $47 million off the number 12, he changed his number. So all y'all bought that 12. He changed the number to 2. Don't trip, because guess who's on order that Caleb Downs jersey? It's number 13. Caleb may go back to number 2. after the plethora of safeties we have hit the revolving train out the door. I'm just telling you, I made that mistake as well, guys. But whoever bought the Shador jersey, so what y'all gonna do with it? I mean, that's just a question. Now let's talk about the injuries. Whew, lazy injury bug don't hit the New York Football Giants. Last year, they lost not only their receiver, they lost also their running back. On yesterday or the day before, they also lost their wide receiver number 2 for the year. Unfortunately. See, injuries is happening not only in New York, they're happening in San Francisco. They're happening in Chicago. They're happening in Detroit. In other words, injuries happen. And the thing about it, as I said in the other 2 segments, that in order to talk the Super Bowl talk, you got to come into week 1 healthy. Okay. Roderick said, why are they wasting Shador's time in Cleveland? Good question. Roderick, great question. Because it's bringing attention. That's all Cleveland is trying to gain, attention. Because they're in the Archie Manning Bowl, shall I say. All that controversy that they're having right now with Shador Sanders, which I told y'all about last year, and refurbishing a topic that I talked about last year because it goes right along with the name of my podcast. I told you so. But y'all want to argue at me. Y'all want to say I was hating. Y'all did. Not me. I told y'all. Woo! Well, I might have to get the church fire from here. Didn't I tell y'all that Jackson Dart would be a first starter before she... Oh, hold on. Let me drink you some water. Who's going to be better? I told y'all, who is Jackson Dart right now? Starting quarterback with no controversy of the New York Football Giants. I told y'all this. Where's Tyler Shaw right now? I got to give shots out to the Saints. Y'all prove my point. I even said Tyler Shaw was going to start before Shador Sanders. But y'all tried to tell me I was hating. Just because I didn't fall in love with the Sanders aura like you guys did. There's a lot of things still questioning Shador's game. Shador is not equipped to play in the AFC, what is that, the AFC North or AFC Central? Where he got to face Pittsburgh. Where he got to face Baltimore. Where he got to face Cincinnati. He ain't ready for that. I'm sorry to say. He still got a little bit more to go in the learning curve, but it ain't going to happen in Cleveland. Cleveland is in the Archie Manning monopoly. I'm just going to tell you. But remember, I not only told you this last year, but I'm telling you this again. Shador won't be in Cleveland long. And that's all due to his father bumping his gums in 2018. These people keep receipts. You can just Google the information. I ain't got to lie about it. There's a remember that quarterback controversy I told y'all was happening in Atlanta last year? It's still a quarterback controversy happening in Atlanta this year. I can't help myself. But once again, I told you so. You didn't believe me. But I told you so. The best duo at wide receiver in the NFL, they saying it now, which last year, I told you so. Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. not chasing Higgins. Now, tell me what cornerback duo in the NFL is built to stop them. Don't worry. I got all day. I'm just asking a question. Yes, he did, Mr. Deal. But the thing about it is I told y'all about Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart was actually trained, worked with by a quarterback guru named Lane Kiffin, down at the Big LSU. Trying to tell y'all about Jackson Dart. But they didn't believe me, Antonio. All they gotta do is go back and look in the archives and just listen to when I told them that. What quarterback would be above Shedeur Sanders? There he is. And I even said the dude with the stankiest team in the damn league, New Orleans Saints quarterback, I even said him was going to be starting before Shedeur, and he is. You don't have to listen to me. All you got to do is remember my 4 famous words. I told you so. I ain't saying the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. No, that phrase have never come out of my mouth. Unless we was actually on our way to the Super Bowl, which was 30 years ago, which I can take all the ridicule people throw at me in regards to that statement. It's been 30 years. And once again, how many rings do you have since we took the time off? Because I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, on this very last podcast of August of 2026, because next week it'll be September. Same difference. And I'm going to tell you this right here. You almost cussed. If you mess around and let the Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl, you can shut down social media. I don't care how you call it. If the Dallas Cowboys win the 2026-27 Super Bowl in LA, which if they go to the Super Bowl, I didn't say win, because I know if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk, Michael Bolton. Donna Graham, I'm just telling y'all, if the Cowboys, it's been 51 years for y'all, damn. If the Cowboys happen to go to the Super Bowl, you hear me, Blue? I know you're back there. I will be in LA. I ain't say I was going to be at the game. I can't afford that shit. Unless I'd holler at my boy Michael Irvin, which he'll do pretty much anything like that for me if I ask him. Just don't know what kind of plugs I got. Facts. But if the Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl, I'm there. If they win it, you're going to have to shut down the internet. Literally. Social media may have a electrical fire and everybody see it. Said if. It's a long season ago. A lot of teams right now, well, every team right now is 0-0. It's 32 NFL teams right now, Michael Bolton, that say they team going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, even them damn sorry-ass New Orleans Saints. And when y'all come into town on Friday night, New Orleans Saints, mind you, we are on preseason game number 3. Hold on. Let me look through this. Because in preseason game number 2, this is how many points y'all scored. 0. Y'all couldn't even pinch the bitch. What kind of shit is this? This is a preseason game. When they say mark, set, go, y'all just stood back at mark. How you go through a whole preseason game and end up with 0, baby? Well, hell, Mike, if you're going with me, you can afford. Well, I got my own flight. I'm probably just gonna. I got my own flight, and then my guy right here, the producer of the show, he gonna have to give me some hotel accommodations. I don't want to stay in the hood either, Blue. I can't be riding my scooter real fast through Crenshaw. So you can't put me in a hotel over there. Cause I'm gonna have to get my hotel understood. I'm gonna have to get my
That would be close to the
marijuana man
stadium.
understood.
That would be close
I'm
to
gonna
the
just need
stadium.
I give me a close to the stadium. I just need access to everything I need. I don't need no access to no liquor stores. That's it.
The
And
stadium is
back to
right
LA.
by Crenshaw.
Yeah, no, I don't need to go nowhere by Crenshaw. Nowhere. So when the Super Bowl over, I'm getting back on the plane because I got to land back in Dallas simply because they're going to have a parade probably the next day. Oh, hell yeah, I'm going with you, Mike, if you staying in Malibu. See, that's that rich folk money. Do you know how long it take me to spell Malibu? Malibu. I just say LA. See, that's where the rich folks stay in Malibu. So you got that rich folk kind of money, Mike. So just give me, I'll bring my own air mattress. I'm just letting y'all know. Because everybody quiet right now. Last year, everybody was laughing at the Cowboys. You remember? Because we got rid of Michael Parsons. Everybody started laughing at us. We didn't know which way we were going. But now, when them tables turn and the shoe is on the other foot, it's quieter than it's quiet. It's so quiet you can hear a rat piss on cotton. Y'all ain't got nothing to say about the Cowboys. You bring up old memes on social media, but honestly, they fear the Cowboys for some reason. Yes, Roger Caesar, I do believe in my new defensive coordinator. Obviously, you do too. People don't pay attention to the defense that Christian Parker has put together. And now that we bring along Von Miller, a true veteran that have receipts for his actions. Future Hall of Fame, the Soto high grade, Von Miller. Yeah, we didn't make the big splash to go get Crosby. That's okay. Because now I got Von Miller and James Houston coming at your ass on third down. And like Von Miller said, he planned to play on a team that's ahead in the third quarter. So all he need to do is come in the game on third down and do his job. He said walking in and getting 9 sacks is just like going to sleep. It's night and day. So if he can do that, he just give me 5 sacks. But what I know and how I feel about my defense, because last year in the preseason, we had gave up already close to 200 points in preseason. Not this year. So when the Saints come to town on Friday night, they're going to be hooping and hollering and sucking lining in preseason. But I got enough faith in Sam Howell and Phil Maffa and Jonathan Mingo. These are going to be the guys you facing on Friday night. That we can whoop the Saints. Not whoop them, we just need to beat them by 1. Because after that game is over, you can peel off the preseason shit You can put that star on the side of that helmet. The real star. Because them Cowboys ready. Why you think y'all can't talk about us right now? Them Cowboys ready. Who is it? That's them boys. Who is it? That's them boys. They finna knock that damn door down. And I don't think you need to be in front of it. Don't start talking later. Talk now. Because right now, I don't hear no opponent talking noise. I only hear fans that call themselves Cowboy haters, like the Bears. The Bears should never hate the Cowboys. We have nothing in common. Bears are a one-hit wonder. You do better conversating with the Saints. You got something in common. Not only do both of you guys live on the Mississippi River, but you also have one Super Bowl. If you don't have 5 or more, our conversations are nullified. Not even worth the argument. Not bragging. I know they old rings, but just in case that new ring come through, we're going to put it on our pinky ring. Just in case 2026-27 is hoisting, is it the O'Brien Trophy or is it the Lombardi Trophy? The Lombardi. And we hoist the Lombardi Trophy. If we hoist the Lombardi Trophy, they just gonna put a star on that motherfucker. Because y'all can shut shop down. Because the scariest thing will come to mind. And you always thought about it. What if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl? What if? I thank y'all for taking time out to check out the podcast, the preseason. Once the season get to rolling, we're going to get to rolling with new and more ads coming, with new and more features coming. I advise you guys to watch this live on YouTube or Twitch so you can see the actual commercials as they go through. The digital commercials as well as the vocal commercials coming from me. They're here on Blue TV. We're going to go throughout the season pretty strong. Now, mind you, I'm going to be spotting from different locations across the Metroplex for the podcast, just to give you guys a different background, a different view. But you're going to get the background and different view coming straight from me. It ain't going to be on nothing that's scripted on ESPN. I'm going to give it to you raw and rigged and rough. So get ready for it. And I want to tell you guys about one person. No, he's not in the NFL yet. He's not in the NBA yet. In my life, I've only seen 2 unicorns. The first unicorn I saw was in 1990. A guy by the name of Raymond Malcolm. Roymond. I call him Raymond because that's my cousin. Roymond Malcolm was the first unicorn I ever saw. The second unicorn I've seen in life is a kid that stands 6'8", 245 pounds. He's the #1 tight end in the United States of America. He's the #1 rated basketball player in the state of Louisiana. His name is Ahmad Hudson. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, he signed with LSU. But if you could ever get a glimpse of this kid on the field this year, you're looking at the best. I had to correct myself. You're looking at the best dual athlete in the United States of America. Not only 2 weeks ago was he on national TV playing at Rucker Park. But he will also be playing in the All-American Army-Navy football game in San Antonio, if I'm not mistaken. A real blue chipper. You remember when they used to come out with the blue chip magazines? I just want to tell y'all now so you can go back in a few years and say, hey, man, Bugs told us about him on his podcast. Yeah, y'all hear about him, but I've watched this kid since the 7th grade. And I told somebody, I told everybody, if you watch my Facebook, that he was the second coming of the greatest. And right now, pound for pound, inch for inch, Ahmad Hudson. I had to slow his name down so you guys can hear me. Ahmad Hudson is the best dual athlete in the United States of America. And you got it from me. Once again, he signed with LSU Tigers. He's out of Ruston, Louisiana. Google him. Please do. Because I don't want y'all to say, no, Ahmad. No. Ahmad Hudson is the best dual athlete in the United States of America. I put the bank on it. I just want to give a shout out to a high school kid who people don't understand. Our city of Ruston haven't seen a phenom like this. I'm from Ruston, Louisiana. At 6'8", 245, number one tight. No, I'm not doubting this. This is not a guess. He is the number one tight end in the United States of America. The number one basketball player in the state of Louisiana. Phenom. He's humble, quiet. He's going to cause hell on the field and more hell on the hardwood. I thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to get back to the regular podcast and regular conversations on next week. When we follow back up with the final wrap up going into the regular season here on the I Told You So podcast. Yours truly. Definitely appreciate you and can't wait till we speak again. Let's see. What you say, Fred? I asked that he had 34 points, 24 rebounds, and 7 block shots in the state championship game. Fred, if the people in Ruston don't pack that stadium, they'll never see another athlete like this for many years to come. That's a fact. Keep your head up and your prayers up. We'll talk again next week. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Take your Flyers to another level. Call Coach Blue today. We take the show on the road. Live, record, stream, everywhere. Done. Struggling to get leads? You're not alone. The old system is broken. We fix it with one asset. Our engine turns it into a complete marketing machine. Powered by AI, it drives leads, books appointments, and grows revenue. Your business, your story, powered by AI. Let's build your marketing machine.
Bugs on the mic, you know the show. Turn it up loud, let the whole world chest, let the star glow. Bugs got the podcast, speakers on blast. Talking about the game, every moment gon' last. Snaps in the back, bass hitting low. Crowd in the stands, watch the energy grow. Cowboys Nation, ride or die crew. If you doubt the star, we coming for you. Told you so. Yeah, I told you so. When them Cowboys win, everybody know. I told you so. I told you so. From Ruston to Dallas, let the fire blow.
Y'all know who this is.
This is Blue TV Media, the future of streaming TV and radio. Get it now on all